Hey, Commanders fans. Tune in because we have some very important information coming, and you need to know everything about it. Here on the channel, you'll find all the latest news about our team, with breaking news and everything a true Commanders fan needs to know. So, first of all, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because here you'll receive everything firsthand and never be out of date. Oh, and leave your like right now to strengthen this incredible community and show that Commanders fans are always there. Without further ado, hold on tight, because today's news is unmissable. Now, let's get straight to the point. Commanders 7 rounds 2025 NFL mock draft after first wave of free agency. The first wave of free agency is in the rearview mirror. Some Washington Commanders fans were expecting big money, moves to propel this rookie contender to the NFL's top table in the long term. Adam Peters took a different approach. Peters opted to bring back a large majority of Washington's free agents who contributed significantly to the cause last season. The Commanders made a big financial commitment when defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw joined the fold on a 3-year, $45 million deal with $30 million guaranteed. It was seen as an overpayment, but the general manager firmly believes it will go a long way toward replacing Jonathan Allen. There was also another blockbuster trade when the Commanders gave up significant assets for prolific left tackle Laremy Tunsil. It solves a major need and provides quarterback Jayden Daniels with an elite blindside protector heading into his second season. However, it further narrows the draft picks at Peters' disposal in 2025. The Commanders have just 5 selections as things stand. Their needs have diminished, but there's no doubt Peters would like to have more. That makes trading down into the first or second round a realistic possibility. Peters may be content with what he has, but it seems unlikely given his ethos of building through the draft and supplementing any remaining needs in the veteran group. Using Pro Football Network's mock draft, we took a look at how the Commanders might approach their 2025 NFL draft selections in a special mock following a hectic few days of free agency. Commanders 7 rounds 2025 NFL mock draft after first wave of free agency. Commanders draft Jihad Campbell, linebacker Alabama Crimson Tide. Round number 1, pick number 29. Re-signing so many players and addressing needs in free agency or on the trade market gives Adam Peters a bit more flexibility during the draft. The Washington Commanders are a prime candidate to trade in that scenario. But if someone like Jihad Campbell were there for the taking, that would be a tough offer to turn down. Campbell seems tailor-made for Dan Quinn's schematic concepts. He's quick, physical, and versatile. The Alabama prospect is also a force from sideline to sideline and a heavy hitter when it comes to offense. The second-level presence can get after the quarterback in pass-rushing situations and is improving in coverage. He would be a tremendous pick here, but there's a growing sense in league circles that the prospect may be long gone by the time Washington gets on the clock. ESPN's Jordan Reed reported that Campbell could crack the top 10 when push comes to shove. That means it's a waiting game for Peters, but he seems like the perfect long-term replacement for Bobby Wagner. Commanders draft Trayveon Henderson, running back Ohio State Buckeyes. Round number 2, pick number 61. The Washington Commanders have given a supreme vote of confidence to those who shared backfield responsibilities in 2024. Brian Robinson Jr. and Austin Ekeler are projected to lead the unit once again. Jeremy McNichols was re-signed, and Adam Peters put an exclusive rights tender on Chris Rodriguez Jr. to prevent him from talking to other teams in free agency. Having that continuity has been a major part of Peters' strategy this offseason. That shouldn't stop the Commanders from finding a difference-maker in a deep draft class at the running back position. Robinson, Ekeler, and McNichols all have 1 year remaining on their respective deals. That could be the case for Rodriguez as well, so adding a dynamic presence capable of forming a long-term partnership with quarterback Jayden Daniels wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Trayveon Henderson fits those bill and more. He's a bona fide dual-threat weapon who seems tailor-made for Cliff Kingsbury's schematic concepts. The Ohio State prospect boasts exceptional vision, can exploit gaps effectively, and is extremely elusive in the open field for good measure. Henderson's ability as a pass catcher would make him Daniels' best friend in no time. His unique blend of power and explosiveness represents an upgrade over anything the Commanders currently have at their disposal. Commanders draft Chase Lunt, offensive tackle, Connecticut Huskies. Round number 4, pick number 128. The Commanders made a blockbuster trade for Laremy Tunsil while everyone else was focused on landing big names during the tampering window. Adam Peters had to pay a premium for his services. But to get the best in your organization, you have to pay. Tunsil is one of the most productive blindside executors in the league. That changes everything for Jayden Daniels, who will have some extra time to go through his progression with the confidence that his new left tackle will keep everything under control. That will mean position changes for some. There's speculation that Brandon Coleman will move to right tackle, leaving Andrew Wiley to move inside at right guard after restructuring his contract to stay. But with Cornelius Lucas leaving for the Cleveland Browns in free agency, the Commanders should consider finding another high-potential offensive tackle with one of their draft picks. Chase Lunt has the right size for an NFL offensive tackle with the technique to match. He's adept at maintaining leverage and working blocking angles to his advantage. There's work to be done to add more muscle mass, which will only help his chances of building a successful NFL career for himself. Still, the Connecticut prospect represents a decent value at this stage of the draft process. Commanders draft Dy Thornton, wide receiver, Tennessee Volunteers. Round number 6, pick number 205. Another key addition to the Washington Commanders this offseason also came via trade. It cost Adam Peters nothing more than a 5th-round pick to acquire versatile wide receiver Deebo Samuel Sr. from the San Francisco 49ers. That helps Jayden Daniels and gives Terry McLaurin the best running back he's had since entering the league. Noah Brown and KJ Osborne both re-signed. Hopes remain high that Luke McCaffrey can take a leap forward in year 2 of his pro career. Diami Brown and Olamide Zekos took their chances elsewhere. So finding another potential diamond in the rough with a late-round draft pick is something Peters will contemplate. Dy Thornton remains a work in progress as a route coach, but the physical tools are there to make a real difference as he develops. Until then, his size and blazing speed to stretch the field offer something a little different from what the Commanders already have. That quickly became Thornton's specialty in Tennessee last season. The explosive wide receiver averaged an astonishing 25.4 yards per reception after catching 26 passes for 661 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. He's a bit rough around the edges, but learning from the likes of McLaurin and Samuel makes the Commanders a great landing spot for him. Commanders draft Jamari Harris, cornerback, Iowa Hawkeyes. Round number 7, pick number 245. The Commanders have bolstered their defensive front enough to suggest that Jihad Campbell should improve his pass rush in this scenario. Washington has a stronger cornerback unit, but another capable player could be considered. Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Sainristil are the focal points. Noah Igbinoghene re-signed after showing promise last season. The Commanders also secured the services of 2-time Super Bowl champion Jonathan Jones, which will help significantly. Still, the cupboard is relatively bare beyond that. Benjamin St. just joined the Los Angeles Chargers as a free agent. Emmanuel Forbes Jr. quickly became a lost cause, and the first-round pick was released this summer. If the Commanders can find another developmental project capable of progressing quickly, the better their chances will be. Jamari Harris comes with more intrigue than most at this juncture. The Iowa prospect is experienced, boasts excellent leadership qualities, and thrives in man coverage. What he lacks in top-end speed, he more than makes up for with excellent route anticipation and natural playmaking. Not being a true speedster will work against him when push comes to shove. Harris is also an older prospect with injury concerns to investigate further. But if all goes well, the Commanders could take a chance on the defensive back with their late pick.